Welcome to Arsenal Kids Podcast.
Hello there, welcome to Arsenal Kids Podcast. My name is Ben and I am joined by my amazing co-host, Madi.
Hello listeners and welcome to episode number 58.
It is great to have you join us for this episode. And Madi, what are we talking about on Arsenal Kids Podcast this time?
Well, in part one, we are looking at our awesome men's team win against Manchester City.
As we defeated last year's champions.
1-0.
It was a great victory. And then, coming up in part number 2,
we check in with our women's team who held to a draw with Manchester United.
Yes, 2-2 with late drama, meaning we came from behind to take a share of the points on this occasion. A quick reminder to take this point to show your love for Arsenal Kids Podcast by sharing it with others, and one way to do that is to like, subscribe, rate and review wherever it is that you listen to us.
And also send us your comments and questions.
Yes, we look forward to them. Just email us at info@arsenalkids.com. You could also get in touch with us via our Facebook page. Just search for Arsenal Kids or look for us on Twitter.
Thanks for being here with us. And a shout out to our listeners. We have now reached 1,000 downloads.
We have 1,000 downloads. So thank you if you are from one of the 32 countries or over 180 cities which have tuned in on occasions. And we'll try to keep bringing you quality Arsenal-based content aimed for kids but suitable for gooners of all ages. Okay, so here in part 1, as you might know, here in Australia we watched the games at some funny times, with the game against Manchester City starting at 1:30 a.m. our time in the morning. And I tell you what, I think everyone in the house was up. Maybe that was due to me at around 3:15 when Gabriel Martinelli's late deflected strike gave us the lead and consequently the win against Manchester City at Emirates Stadium.
And as you can imagine, the atmosphere was electric at the stadium.
Both teams knew that the winner could take top spot on the league table, but we had our record signing Declan Rice to thank for heading off the line from an early corner. It was a big let-off, and coupled with David Raya in goals, who looked a little bit shaky at the start, we were also lucky Julian Alvarez's block on our keeper's clearance didn't go into the goal, and instead just the side netting where it ended up.
And now there was a flashpoint.
There was a bit of a flashpoint as Mateo Kovacic dived in late, studs up on the back of Martin Odegaard's ankle. The referee showed him a yellow card, and while the video assistant referee had a look, there was no change made to the decision. It's one that you feel if the referee had shown a red, it would not have been overturned the other way either. Not many minutes later, he then fouled Declan Rice with a late lunge, but this time the referee kept his cards in the pocket, meaning the teams remained 11 on 11.
And the sides went into the tunnel at half-time with the score remaining level.
As the second half began, Martinelli was introduced for Trossard, who was withdrawn, and it was a welcome return for the Brazilian, who had missed the last 5 games due to injury. It's also worth noting that Bukayo Saka was left out of his first Premier League matchday squad for 87 games.
Chances were scarce to come to both sides.
And as we entered the final 15 minutes, Arteta made a triple change, bringing on Kai Havertz, Takehiro Tomiyasu and Thomas Partey. And on 86 minutes, it was actually all 4 of the substitutes who combined for the goal to give us the lead. A long pass from Partey was nodded down by Tomiyasu into the path of Havertz just inside the area. He in turn laid it off for Martinelli, and the Brazilian's first-time shot was on target but completely wrong-footed their keeper Edison when it smashed off Nathan Ake's face and into the back of the net.
As you can imagine, the Emirates erupted. We now have had a lead to see out for the final few minutes.
And we managed those final few minutes well without cause for alarm. And it extends our unbeaten start in the Premier League to 8 games. And having gone the last 15 games without a victory against City in the Premier League, and having lost the last 12 in a row, it was actually the first time since December 2015 that we beat City in the league.
It was a great result, that is for sure. What's next for the men's team now, Ben?
Well, many are going to be going out to join up with their respective national teams for international qualifiers and friendlies, but the men's team will be back in action on October 21, where we have an away trip to Chelsea in the Premier League.
Okay, let's leave it there for part 1. We'll be right back after this for part 2.
Welcome back, and in part 2 we're going to turn our attention now to our women's team, who gave us some late drama at Lee Sports Village as we came back from behind to seal, I think, a well-earned point against Manchester United.
The coach made 6 changes, starting 11 from the last game.
It included bringing in Sabrina D'Angelo into goal and having both Stina Blackstenius and Alicia Russo in the starting lineup. The latter received boos from the home support as she faced her old club.
We knew that a bright start would be vital playing away from home.
And we delivered by opening the scoring with a fantastic goal on the counter. Russo picked up the ball in her own half and turned well, unlocking Steph Catley on the left flank. In turn, Catley threaded a through ball to Stina Blackstenius. And despite being pushed the whole way to goal, our Swedish forward shrugged off her defender and beat Mary Earps in the United goal with a supremely composed finish.
But our lead lost only 10 minutes.
A ball over the top put through Leah Gelton, the United attacker, through. It should have been really a routine clearance for our keeper, who was easily first to the ball, but Sabrina D'Angelo had a complete air swing, and the attacker was then free to just tap the ball into the empty net,
making the score 1-1, a score that remained until just under 10 minutes to go.
And we had a lot of chances to take the lead, with Leah Walty dancing through defenders without anyone arriving on the end of her cross, Russo coming close on at least a few occasions, with one of her shots rattling off the upright.
But it was the host who got the next goal.
It was against the run of play, and a mix-up of communication at the back saw Melvie Millard, the United attacker, squeeze between the defenders and goalkeeper and poke the ball into the net for United's second. And it was disappointment again, as it was really another goal that I felt could have been prevented.
But then we got a goal to level the score again.
This one was late in the stoppage time. Chloe Lacasse, who had come onto the pitch just a few moments earlier, struck gold as her shot from outside the box soared into the top left corner.
And it was absolute cracker.
She earned the Gunners a point with what was one of the final kicks of the game.
I don't think we could have started the season with 2 losses in a row.
Yes, I think a draw was a fair result considering our errors, but the Gunners will feel like another week of working together on the training pitch will hopefully continue to bring results in the near future as we seek to get ourselves back into this title race, noting that it is still early days at the moment.
What is next for the women's team then, Ben?
Next up, they play Aston Villa at Emirates Stadium again this weekend, with almost 30,000 tickets already sold for the match taking place on Sunday afternoon.
That's all for this time. Thanks again for joining us at Arsenal Kids Podcast.
Like we said, it would mean a lot to us if you would please like and subscribe, rate and review wherever you listen to us.
And no matter where you listen to us,
we would love to hear from you and for you to share the podcast with other Arsenal kids.
We hope to join you back on the pitch again soon.
Okay, bye for now.
Goodbye.